Hey everyone, I'm glad that I made it to 2025. I really didn't think I would. Last year, I made a huge life change, just in case anyone else is thinking of doing the same. It looks grim, there is some struggle, but I promise there's a light at the end of the tunnel. If you haven't noticed the mess behind me, I moved out, I got a pretty good apprenticeship, and I took that and I ran, and I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna make this YouTube thing work, I'm gonna have to put my all into it, and I'm gonna have to get out of Dodge. It's very difficult to see the camera, that's why I'm squinting. Look, I'm trying my best, but it's very difficult for me to kind of quantify the change that has happened within the past month. Let's kind of break down what my life was before. I was living with my grandmother. I was pretty much part-time, full-time caretaker. Literally, it's one of those things where anything I had to do, pretty much. Because it's kind of different when you're not living with your parents, at least for me. It feels like because she's not my mother, she's still my mom, and it feels like I owe her the kind of servitude that you don't normally see with Gen Z. Because Gen Z, I understand, has some hang-ups with their family because some, millennials or Gen Xers have had children on the basis of other people having children, not because they wanted to themselves, or they wanted to and they kind of just overestimated the amount of work that it would go into and how easily you can just kind of ruin your kid's life based on even a smidgen of words that were poorly chosen. I want the family life. I want the kids. I want the husband. But the way the economy is looking, it's probably not gonna happen at the time that I want. That might be one of the primary factors, other than the fact that I in the looks department, I'm not all the way there. So in order to compensate for that, we are going to fiddle around with a couple of makeup sponges, make my face look somewhat appealing. In the interest of time, I'm not gonna go over the hallmark of my life, but I will say that it is extremely difficult for me to imagine a life where I am able to not only move out, but be successful in doing so. To put it in perspective, it would be like if a lion suddenly had self-awareness, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Can I really catch that gazelle? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what kind of analogy I can give you to better understand. All I know is that I thought I was a failure. I thought genuinely that I was a failure, even though hindsight is always 2020. I had a pretty good job. I think I was making like $17 an hour. I was in school. It was paid for. God bless my grandmother. I had free time. I had a computer and I had a car. You know what? Looking back, I think your mindset has to be up here for you to be able to achieve things that you think are up here. To me, up here was literally the only thing I thought of ever was moving out and doing YouTube. And it's one of those things where now that you have it, you have to set new goals. I have to set new fucking goals. I don't know what the new goal is. I know what the new YouTube goal is. Shout out to 100,000 subscribers one day. After that, it's like I've already moved out. This is like the fucking 80th time I've said that. I've already taken the step toward my future that I want. It's going. It's mainly, this video is just me realizing that my life is actually moving forward in the way that I thought. I told myself after the pandemic, I said January 2022, I'm moving out. It didn't fucking happen. January 2023, I'm moving out. It didn't happen. January 2024, I'm moving out. It didn't happen. But for some reason, in November, January 2025, it's gonna happen. the failure of those past 4 years, because at the same time, I was also kind of relying on a friend to come with me. But then I realized if I keep relying on other people to do my goals, they're never gonna get done. They're never gonna get done. If I keep leaning on other people, then my goals will never be realized because they always hinge on the other person. I said, fuck it. I'm moving out by myself. And then I did. And then I did. Wow. Where's this goddamn foundation? Sometimes the foundation is too much. I don't like a lot of foundation. You know, despite me trying to look my best, I don't actually want to deviate from normal. Ooh, Copenhagen. Oh my God, guys, I forgot to tell you, I got a new cat. Her name is Copenhagen. She's so pretty. She scratched the fuck out of me. Like, my whole leg is just full of scratches because of this goddamn cat. All right. I feel like I have blended successfully. I think the term I was going to move forward with is something called self-efficacy. When you prove to yourself that you can do something and everything kind of has like a domino effect, at least in my opinion. Once I proved to myself that, one, I could get a job that allows me to use my degree, then that dominoed into me thinking, hey, I could live on my own. And then that also dominoed me into thinking, hey, I could have another pet. I could take care of 2 of them. And now it's going to domino into me losing weight. That is one goal I have had my entire life, and you guys are gonna be on the journey with me because I am setting out to lose 200 pounds. And I've spoken it into existence. I'm manifesting. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. The year of our Lord 2026. I don't know about down all 200 pounds, but I will be very, very close. I'll be at least halfway there. Now, the thing I'd like to mention is that something about my mental health. Like I've said, I've not had the greatest mental stride in life, but I've been making do. You know, I have some coping mechanisms that are much healthier than the ones that I have been kind of just using and reprimanding since the dawn of when I first realized, oh, this is not normal sadness. This is something much greater. Like I said before, this thing in life that we're all doing, we're all trying to get ahead. We're all trying to move forward. Do not let the thing, the one ailment in your plans deter you from pursuing another goal. You know, if I didn't move out, I would still have to do my YouTube channel. And the main reason I couldn't do the YouTube was because my mental health wasn't in the place it needed to be. And in order for that to happen, I needed to move out. So one of those things correlates with the other. The weight doesn't correlate with that at all. Earlier in life, a lot of things could have happened. I think, honestly, this might be the best way for some people to learn how to get up on your feet. And this is the way that I've chosen to get up on my feet. This is 2025. We are going to be making some pretty big moves, hopefully. This is 2025. We are going to be making some pretty big moves, hopefully, and I hope that you're going to be here for this journey. I hope that everyone's 2025 and New Year's resolutions come true. I hope that you are able to hold the discipline long enough, because I know for sure it is going to be an uphill battle for me. Thank you for another one.